Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. R.K. Verma, ex-Chief Scientist, CSR and SCARE. I will talk about National Information Systems and Programs in Humanities. There are two types of sources, as you know. One is document resource, another is institutional resource. I will cover some of the major information systems and programs of important institutions in this field, that is humanities in India. Some of these are, for example, Indian Council of Philosophical Research, Indian Council of Historical Research, Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, Indian Council for Cultural Relations, National Museum, National Archives of India, Central Institute of Indian Languages, and Sahitya Academi, to name a few. I will cover its objectives, their programs, their publications, their main features, etc. Recognizing the need for a systematic and formal information system in humanities, an overview of national information systems and programs in India as reflected in the major activities and programs of leading institutions in this field is presented. In this context, the role of major institutions covering various subfields under humanities, for example, philosophy, culture, history, arts, language, and literature, have been highlighted. The information content under each institution covers the important aspects such as background, scope, objectives, goals, major activities and programs, and information dissemination services details including journals and e-resources. The objectives of National Information System and Programs in Humanities are to get an overview of National Information System and Programs in this field currently in progress in India, to familiarize with the activities of the major national level institutions in the field of humanities, to learn about the structure, objectives, functions, products, achievements, and information dissemination activities of major national information system in humanities, and to take stock of the national information infrastructure of premier institutions in humanities, particularly reflecting the use of modern ICT. Indian Council of Philosophical Research (ICPR) was established by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, as an autonomous organization designed to bring back the entire tradition of Indian philosophy to its perfect and original form and provide required thrust to nurture and promote new thinking through its intensive program of research. The main objectives of the Council are to strive for excellence, creativity, and originality in philosophical research, to sponsor or assist projects on programs of research, to give financial support to institutions, and to develop and support documentation services, including maintenance and supply of data, preparation of inventories of current research in philosophy, and compilation of a national register of philosophers. Publication programs of ICPR include monographs, survey reports, project reports, selected proceedings of ICPR sponsored seminars, republication of rare and out of print works of renowned authors, publication of documentation series, Journal of Indian Council of Philosophical Research (JICPR), and author and subject index of the JICPR. Indian Council of Historical Research (ICHR) is an autonomous organization which was established under Societies Decision Act. Its main objectives are to bring historians together and provide a forum for exchange of views, give a national direction to an objective and scientific writing of history, and to have rational presentation and interpretation of history fellowships and financial assistance to the young teachers in colleges, universities, and registered research organizations. The Council maintains a large and expanding library cum documentation center exclusively for researchers and scholars, and two regional centers, namely ICHR Northeast Regional Center in Guwahati, and ICHR Southern Region Center, Bangalore, which provide assistance to researchers and scholars. ICHR publications are quarterly update of forthcoming conferences, seminars and workshops on history in India and abroad, papers on Indian history, cumulative index of the journal entitled The Indian Economic and Social History Review, that is from volume 1 to 48, cumulative index of the journal entitled Studies in History, volume 1 to 27, conference alert on history in India and abroad for the year 2013, list of available ebooks, theses and dissertations added during the period 2011-12, Indian Historical Review, a biannual journal, and journal in Hindi entitled Itihas. Indira Gandhi National Centre for Arts IGNCA was launched through a trust constituted and registered at New Delhi in the year 1987. The main objectives of IGNCA are to serve as a major resource center for the arts, to undertake research and publication programs, to establish a tribal and folk arts division with a core collection of conducting systematic scientific studies, to provide a forum for a creative and critical dialogue through performances, exhibitions, multimedia projections, conferences, seminars, and workshops, and between and among us the diverse arts, traditional and contemporary, and to promote a network with national and international institutions. IGCNA's divisions include Kalanidhi, including reference library, information and data bank and cultural archive, Kal Kosa, including area studies and gender, culture and civilization network, Janapada Sampada, covering lifestyle studies, multimedia presentation, ethnographic collection, children world, UNESCO chair, and Kal Darshana. It complements Janapada Sampada and provides the venue and forum for facilitating a creative dialogue amongst cultures. IGNCA publications are books on Kal Tava Vokosa series, a series on Indian key concepts, Kal Sama Kona series, a series of annotated bilingual and critical editions of fundamental texts relating to the Indian art, Kal Samalokana series, an analytical and interpretive writings on the arts, exhibition catalogs, seminar proceedings, documentaries, DVDs, multimedia DVDs, Vihangama newsletter, picture postcards, Kal Kalpa, a biannual journal addressing a heuristic understanding of the arts. National Mission for Manuscripts, that is NMM, was established in the year 2003 by the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, Government of India, a unique project in its program and mandate. The mission seeks to unearth and preserve the vast manuscript wealth of India. It possesses the largest numbers, that is 5 million manuscripts, covering a variety of themes, textures and aesthetics, scripts, languages, calligraphies, illuminations and illustrations. Its major objectives are to locate and document manuscripts through national level survey and post survey, to conserve manuscripts using modern and indigenous methods of conservation, to promote access to manuscripts by digitizing and through publication of critical editions of unpublished manuscripts and catalogs. The major activities of NMM are digitization and launching a project entitled National Digital Manuscripts Library. The highlights of digitization activities are starting with digitization of 5 caches of manuscripts as a pilot project. The mission was proposed a project for National Digital Manuscripts Library. The project includes development of software, that is search engine, which will prove very useful for the scholars and people interested in research by searching different manuscripts. Its publications include Kriti Rakshana, a biannual journal started in August 2005, Catalogue of Exhibition of Indian Manuscripts at the Frankfurt Book Fair, Germany. This catalogue covers several aspects of Indian manuscripts, such as from clay to copper, the making of a manuscript, fields of learning, veneration, submission to worship, and royal commands and plain records. Now I will give you an overview of an important, one of the important institutions in the field of humanities as institutional source, which is known as Indian Council for Cultural Relations, that is ICCR. ICCR was established in 1950, which helps to formulate and implement policies pertaining to India's external cultural relations. It fosters mutual understanding between India and other countries and promotes cultural exchanges with other peoples. The objectives of the Council can be described as participation in the formulation and implementation of policies and programs relating to India's external cultural relations, then to promote and strengthen cultural relation and mutual understanding in India and other countries, and to establish and develop relations with national and international organizations in the field of culture. Now, let me explain the various programs of Indian Council of Social Science Research, that ICCSR. The Council has 20 regional offices in India and about 30 in foreign countries. ICCR's programs include foreign cultural festivals in India and Indian festivals abroad, then sending and receiving of cultural troops, holding of exhibitions and of conferences and seminars both in India and abroad, then inviting distinguished world personalities to India, sponsoring the visits of Indian scholars financially and artists abroad, and providing a platform for upcoming artists to present their talent on global level. Now let me give you some idea about the ICHR library, that is Indian Council of Social Science Research Library, and major activities. First of all, let me tell you about its origin. Maulana Azad, as you know, the founder president of ICCR, with a pursuit to disseminate Indian art, culture, and philosophy through literature, established the ICCR library in 1950 by way of gifting his entire collection of books and manuscripts to the council. This rare personal collection has been housed in a special enclosure that is called the Gosha-e-Azad. The ICCR library collection of about 56,000 title of books, journals and manuscripts and magazines in English, Hindi and Urdu. They encompasses Indian art, culture, history, literature, philosophy, international studies, and allied subjects. It also possesses 197 rare manuscripts in Urdu, Arabic, Persian, which are also available on microfilm rolls. Its major services include online public access catalog, that is OPAC, for bibliographic search of the catalog books of this library, fast internet facilities, and microfilms of some of the rare materials. The National Museum New Delhi was established during the year 1949. The vision motto of National Museum is to collect art objects of historical, cultural, and artistic significance for the purpose to display, protection, preservation, and interpretation, that is research, to disseminate information and knowledge about the significance of the objects in respect of history, culture, and artistic excellence and achievements, and to serve as embodiment of national identity The National Museum Library collects books and journals related to the fields of history, art, and culture of the world for specialized research and reference. It covers a variety of themes such as anthropology, archaeology, conservation, decorative arts, history, literature, museum studies, painting, philosophy, and religion. The museum presently holds approximately 2 lakh objects of a diverse nature, both Indian as well as foreign, and its holdings cover a time span of more than 5,000 years of Indian cultural heritage. The museum has a conservation laboratory for restoration of all organic and inorganic art objects and for providing training facilities to the students. The publications department of National Museum also rolls out research publications, guidebooks, gallery sheets, brochures on exhibitions and galleries, catalogs, monographs, activity books, and picture postcards. The efforts have been made to provide the material bilingual for the benefit of visitors. For the purpose of training and research in the field of arts and cultural heritage, an institute, that is National Museum Institute of the History of Art, Conservation and Museology, was found during 1989 with deemed to be university status. Its main objective is to provide the students direct exposure to the masterpieces of art and cultural heritage and have easy access to the facilities of the National Museum such as its laboratory, library, storage, reserve collection, and technical support section for a holistic learning. National Museum has launched a new program, Yuva Sathi, Young Visitor Program, dedicated to school children. Yuva Sathi is a pioneering effort aimed at engaging young minds in a dialogue with the objects of National Museum with the help of young volunteers guides. National Archives of India (NAI) is an attached office under the Ministry of Culture and has a regional office at Bhopal and Record Center at Jaipur, Puducherry and Bhubaneswar. It was set up in March 1891 in Calcutta as the Imperial Record Department, shifted to New Delhi in 1911 and is now housed in present building since 1926. NAI is the repository of non-current records of Government of India. Its mission is to encourage the scientific management, administration and conservation of records throughout the country, to foster close relations between archivists and archival institutions, and to help in developing greater professionalism and a scientific temper among creators, custodians and users of records. NAI is the custodian of all public records of Government of India and are available for use of bona fide research. It provides facilities for the public use of reference media, records and publications available among its holding, organizes conducted tours to various sections for the benefit of officials, trainees, for education and professional institutes, as well as groups of individuals. One of the major activities is networking of 5 major libraries initiated by the Department of Culture. These are Central Secretariat Library, CSL New Delhi, National Museum Library, New Delhi, National Gallery of Modern Arts Library, New Delhi, National Archives of India Library and Archaeological Survey of India Library, New Delhi. Its objective is availability of library catalog details on computers, internet access for library and remote login to internal database network. Publications of NAI include Asian Chapter of Guide to the Sources of Asian History, 6 volumes, the Indian Archives, a biannual journal, quarterly newsletter, Abhilekh, annual report, computerization of reference media to records of the home, published 1748 to 1859, home political science 1907 to 68, foreign and political department 1860 to 1946, Ministry of External Affairs 1947 to 70, and Ministry of State 1947 to 1953. and collection of some of the oldest and rare publications on a variety of subjects besides contemporary published material. Now let me explain about the important source in humanities, that is as National Information System, that is called Central Institute of Indian Languages, that is CIIL. The CIIL was set up in 1969 with a view to assist and coordinate the development of Indian languages. As its name implies, it intends to promote interdisciplinary research and contributes towards mutual enrichment of languages, and has taken a special efforts in protecting, promoting, and documenting the little known linguistic heritage by archiving 118 Indian languages, including 80 tribal languages. Its main objectives are to advise and assist central and state governments in the matters of language, to protect and document minor, minority, and tribal languages, and to promote linguistic harmony by teaching 15 Indian languages to non-native learners. Let me tell something about the units of Central Institute of Indian Languages, that is CIIL. These are, first of all, Bhasha Bharati Samman, including language teaching, testing, and evaluation. Next is Linguistic Studies Unit, which include sociolinguistics, historical linguistics, and allied subdisciplines other than applied linguistics. Next comes the Endangered and Minor Languages Unit. It includes Andaman and Nicobar languages. Literacy and Cultural Unit includes lexicography. Then comes the Educational Technology Unit, which includes CAU, speech, lab, online teaching, and website maintenance. Documentation Unit is next, which includes Katha Bharati, Sarvaya Bharati, Bhasha Mandakini, and related publications. CIIL has 4 commissioned projects also, which are Neo-Literate Children Literature, Material Bank, Composite Correspondence Course in Kannada project, Language Information Service LIS India project, then Northeast Language Development, that is NELD project, which includes mother tongue education. Now let me give an overview of the major services of Central Institute of Indian Languages, that is CIIL. First of all, Web OPAC. As you may be aware, this is a web-based online public access catalog. After the introduction of library automation, almost all the libraries have this service, and if it is web-based, then its scope is broadened so that they may get access to and linkages with other sources other than the particular library in the field concerned with that parent institution. Then comes the Census of India. Census is, you are all aware about this. Every 10 years data is collected and maintained. You can get access to statistics. Then newspaper clippings is a very old and common service. Indian Scripts Gallery. Then Virtual Bhasha Granthalaya, and one special collection, late Professor Prabodh Narayan Singh, that is from 1924 to 2005, the collections of. Then repository e-databases, e-resources, Bhasha Vigyan Shodh, Maps Archive, National Bibliography, and language textbooks from Standard 1 to 10 in all major Indian languages which are taught in various states. Then comes the Indian literature in translation and reprints of rare documents in the end. Sahitya Akademi, India's National Academy of Letters, is the central institution for literary dialogue, publication and promotion in the country, and the only institution that undertakes literary activities in 24 Indian languages, including English. It has been promoting a healthy reading habit over the last 56 years of its existence. The Academy has launched centers for translation in Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Kolkata, and Delhi, and an archive of Indian literature in Delhi. A project office for the promotion of tribal and oral literature has also been set up in the northeastern Hill University campus, Shillong. Various activities of Sahitya Academy include 24 awards annually, each to literary works in the recognized languages and literary translations from and into languages of India. It also gives special awards called Bhasha Samman to significant contribution to the languages not formally recognized by the Academy and for contribution of classical and medieval literature. Electing eminent writers as fellows and honorary fellows. Fellowships in the name of Dr. Anand Kumar Swami and Premchand. Centers for translation in Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Kolkata, and Delhi. Archives of Indian literature in Delhi. There are 4 projects of Sahitya Academy running under this for tribal and oral literature, archives of Indian literature, centers for translation, and Indian literature abroad. Besides this, 6 running schemes are Encyclopedia of Indian Poetics, Navodaya Scheme, National Bibliography of Translations, National Bibliography of Indian Literature, Sahitya Academy Companions, and History of Indian Literature. The library is also well known for its huge collection of books on literary theories and criticism, women studies, cultural histories, and translation studies. Its specialized collection include publications honored by Rabindranath Tagore, Sri Aurobindo, and Mahatma Gandhi. It also includes enriched reference books focusing mainly on Indian and world literature, philosophy, religion, art, and culture. The library and publications of Sahitya Academy has a special collection of books donated by Professor Gopi Chand Narang. The computerization of Bodo, Dogri, English, Hindi, Kashmiri, Maithili, Manipuri, Odia, Punjabi, Rajasthani, Santali, Tamil, Telugu, and Urdu collections of the library has been completed. Online catalogs for these language books are now available on its website for users. The Academy brings out a bi-monthly journal entitled Indian Literature. It is India's oldest and the only journal of its kind, featuring translations in English of poetry, fiction, drama, and criticism from 23 Indian languages, besides original writing in English. There is hardly any significant Indian author who has not been featured in the pages of this journal that has completed 55 years of service to the cause of Indian literature. Other publications are Samkalin Bharatiya Sahitya, a bi-monthly publication, Samskrita Pratibha, and Sahitya Academy quarterly newsletter. Dear students, I hope you might have gained more insight into some of the institutional sources, the programs as a system in India in the field of humanities. My advice is to you is to go through or access online some of the websites of these institutions to note down any updation in their activities so as to complete the topic, because we cannot cope with the updation the daily basis or sometime frequently updation is there. So it is better to go through these topics on the website itself. I hope this will be useful to you. Thank you.